F?
You're live.
Oh, well, okay. Sorry. That's a good. Let me start in this position, all right? So, look, we're going to try this. We're not going to quit. We are going to be persistent. We've got this, okay? So, keep watching. We got a lot of great stuff to talk about today. So, if you've been hiding in a cave, the new Borat movie's out. We're going to talk about that today. And I encourage you to interact, comment. We will be following up with that. And I will interact with you here live. Definitely not recorded because then it's too late. But, or at least not in this format. So, but we can talk about the Borat movie that just came out. We had some NCAA football that came out. We're from Oklahoma City. So, of course, here in Oklahoma, we've got Oklahoma football to talk about, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. We've also got what's the best way to die? What is the best way to die? We're going to talk about that. I've got a story for you. Also, some people think that Karens only exist in America. I've got a story for you where there's a Karen that is not from America, and she went all sorts of Karen on an airplane. And yes, it was about mask wearing and COVID. So that's coming up. I hope that's a decent little teaser. We're going to talk some NFL football. Does anybody in the NFC East even want to win the division, or are they all tanking? We'll talk about that. I think they're all tanking. I don't know. Did you see the Thursday night game? We'll talk about that game. We'll talk about the athletic prowess of Daniel Jones. And was there a ghost that tackled him before the end zone of that game? That's coming up. And then we'll also talk about the World Series game last night. Epic Classic Game 4 last night that went down late last night. And I get the opportunity to make fun of the Dodgers. So this is beautiful. I'm a Giants fan. So every time the Dodgers choke, I get to have a little bit of fun with it. And hopefully which I want everybody to watch, but one person I don't want to watch this episode is the Ho Whisperer. He's a big Dodgers fan. And I mean, I don't want to kick him while he's down. You know, I mean, I'm a good friend. I don't want to kick him while he's down, but the Dodgers choked again. So we're going to be talking about that, of course, and all sorts of things. Where's Antonio Brown going? All those kinds of things. So all that stuff is coming up. But I need to let you know that we do have sponsorships. We have sponsors. Later on, we're going to be talking about our big sponsor, who this week is diggingthroughthetrashforfood.com. Diggingthroughthetrashforfood.com. They are a great sponsor. They keep us going. They're able to send people like Drunk Tim on assignment and keep the vodka flowing for him. So that's always, well, I can't say it's a good thing, but it's a thing. And so it's happening. But so anyway, let's go first on the list. I teased it earlier. I said, what's the best way to die? And I know you're like, dying, that's pretty morbid. And is there a good way to die? Oh, in my sleep? No. We can one up you on that. There was an interview with Matthew McConaughey. And of course, he's selling his memoir. Are we on? Okay, good. All right, we're on. So Matthew McConaughey is talking about his upbringing, how rocky his parents' relationship was, and how his dad died during sex. So during climax. Now,
just best sex ever, and then you're dead?
Yeah. So his dad getting with mom, having relations, making things happen, and bam, drops the mic right there. Like, I'm off to heaven, honey. Boom. And he out of there. This pump goes out. But I mean, look,
what a way to go.
Now, from her perspective, probably a little traumatic, probably a little PTSD. It depends on how psychologically she handles this, but a little bit of PTSD, or glass half full, half empty. You look at it as My sex was so good, I killed a dude. Now, just depends on how you want to look at it. Now, before you say, whoa, that's awful, do note that also in this interview, they do talk about the rocky relationship between the parents. Did you know that they were divorced twice and remarried, or they were married a total of 3 times?
Holy crap, no.
Through their entire relationship. So it wasn't like perfect, you know, I don't know. The birds weren't chirping that day. And, you know, it was one of those things. McConaughey says they loved each other, but they didn't necessarily like each other, if that makes any
They
sense.
had physical chemistry.
They definitely had physical chemistry. My God, man. Now, I want to speculate. Like, I want to know, was he on some performance enhancing medication, which may have led to this particular
PEDs.
right? Was he cheating? Was he trying to get into the Hall of Fame?
Was he juicing?
Was he juicing? Was he on the juice? I don't know, but I'm speculating here. But when you go out like that, if you go out when you climax, it does lead me to believe that maybe you're on the juice. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, you're not competing against any other dudes in that arena, I would think. I mean, but to go out in the octagon like that is great. I think that's a great way to go. What other way? I mean, there's
It's good stuff.
that's good stuff. That's the way to go out. That's got to be top on my list now. That's on my bucket list now. Now I just got to find somebody.
The last one to check off.
That's the final check. That's the final box on the checklist of your bucket list is, basically climax and die. Morbid, yes. Great, yes. Fantastic. So I love it. Anyway, but and of course it's Matthew McConaughey. I like the all right guy. Like, of course, everything being cool, even his dad's cool. Like, he goes out that way.
He didn't get hit by a car. He didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't go out with cancer.
He didn't go out with cancer. Yeah, I didn't lose to cancer. I lost to a heart attack. I don't know. Yeah. I lost to a heart attack while having sex. Bam. See ya. Yeah, I do wonder, like, does the mom continue to date after that? How does that go? Do you get on grandmatch.com, which is a former sponsor of ours, and you try to get placed with the right person, because there is a dating and also grandkids if you need them type of situation.
She's gonna need younger guys, I think. No pre-existing conditions. She's going to do a screening.
She does need to do a screening, maybe a quick scan, something like that. Because, yeah, you got to know. You can't.
Full advanced body scan, $49.
Right. You need to be physically capable of writing this, okay? Yeah, Matthew McConaughey's mom, she's a killer. She's got that killer vagin. So, vagin.
She needs a sign like when you're going to go ride a roller coaster.
Right.
No pre-existing conditions, bad conditions, no pregnant women.
Hey, if you've got it, you got it. That's all I'm saying. If you've got it, you've got it. So anyway,
Stream look okay?
Huh?
Stream look okay?
So far, looking good. I'm trying to check it out live. Typically, we have people for this. It looks like it's going good.
While you do your thing.
I don't have anybody commenting just yet, so that's good. But feel free, comment, subscribe, let us know, talk to me if you got questions. I probably don't have the answer, but we'll have fun with it. So that's what we're all about. That's why we're called the Idiots Talk Sport, even though today there's only one idiot, but we're called the Idiots Talk Sports. We don't have all the answers. We like to pretend we do sometimes. So there you go. Again, thanks for watching. And I don't know if you saw this, but there was an incident with a Karen. There's Karens everywhere. Typically, the Karen thing is like an American type of deal, like get my gun out, get off my lawn type of deal, or let me get the manager type of deal. Well, this lady was trying to get to, she was Irish and trying to get to Scotland. Let me get you some details here as I'm switching devices. But she was a little upset. She did not want to wear a mask. Damn it. Don't make me wear a mask. I believe she even yelled, quote, "We're all going to die," which is always good to yell on a plane. Almost up there with, hey, there's a bomb on the plane, right? Yeah, almost up there. So, but this girl, I just want to call her Karen. I don't want to call her by her real name. But let's see. Waiting on the internet. Waiting on the Wi-Fi. Yeah. Well, see, I'm being nice. She says everybody fucking dies. Okay. I've got to give her full credit for the quotes. Okay. Everybody fucking dies. So she's a maskless woman. She's being carted off of this plane because she refuses to wear a mask, of course. And the other passengers are kind of razzing her a little bit, but she's now coughing on all of them. You know, she's coughing on them. Just to, yeah, we all fucking die. So that's her deal. But let's see. She's trying to fly to Scotland. And apparently the people of Scotland did not want her. But yeah, everybody fucking dies. Let's see. She refused to wear a mask. She's coughing on other passengers and yelling, "Everybody dies." The footage shot by another passenger is on EasyJet flight from Belfast, Northern Ireland to Edinburgh, Scotland, shows the woman losing her cool when a flight attendant approaches her to escort her from the plane. And then, yeah, everybody fucking dies, whether it's Corona or not. Everybody dies. That's according to the New York Post. So, look, technically she's right. But you know what? Like, everybody's life expectancy is different. Women are supposed to live longer than us. Thank God. I mean, yeah, women are supposed to live longer than us. But, like, that doesn't mean you want the Rona now. You know, like if you're in your 30s or 40s, you don't want the Rona then and go out then. Maybe you want to wait till you're, what's the average lifespan? 76-ish, that ballpark still. Women are in the 80s just because we got to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm just kidding. But like,
no comment.
Yeah. But yeah, so you don't want the Rona and go out in your 40s. You want to live a little, you know, a couple of more decades at least. You know, maybe we'll see the Chargers win a Super Bowl. Just kidding. But still, you know, you want to live a little life. And so, yeah, she's technically right, but at the same time, she's completely irresponsible. You know, not thinking of anybody else but herself here. Let's see. What's she? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so she's getting thrown off. She's coughing on all the other fellow passengers. And I'm thinking, I will say this. Like everybody, there's mask and anti-mask people. But I will say this, a mask will stop one thing, and that is if she's coughing on them and there's a loogie, a mask will stop that loogie from going into, like, if you accidentally have like open mouth. Ugh. You know how sometimes you catch flies? It'll at least stop the loogie. I'm just saying. So I don't know about the COVID. Maybe it squeezes through like a little ninja. I don't know. But woman from Ireland coughing up loogies, your mask will protect you from that. So wear your mask. So anyway, so Karen on a plane flying to Scotland.
On Europe's Allegiant.
Basically on Europe's Allegiant. Yeah, they had to, I think they upcharged her for taking her off the plane. I mean, that's a full escort, you know, that's escort service. So, because that's how they work. It's $20 here, $20 there, you know. Now, I do need to let you know that we are the Idiots Talk Sports. Today, the idiot just won. Drunk Tim's on assignment. Stephen Mann is manning around. Well, no, Stephen Mann was reading to underprivileged dogs, right? Wasn't that the thing? Drunk Tim, he's just whoring. I think he's just whoring. So we're paying him to whore.
The big bucks.
The big bucks. We couldn't get him set up on OnlyFans, so he's just out there whoring, just doing whatever it takes.
OnlyFan.
OnlyFan.
Yeah, you made a lot of money on that
Here we do. Might make my own. Do one for like foot fetishes. Like, hey, look at these.
You might make some money on that.
See, look at my feet here. How's it going? Type of deal.
Watch me clean my toenails.
Oh man. Yeah, get real niche, in the market on that. Oh. So let's see here. I need to let you know that we're the Idiots Talk Sports. We're also known as Tits, and we are brought to you by a handful of sponsors because we got to pay these bills. We're brought to you in part by Jaeger, Indiana Jones tested, Mola Rom approved. Also brought to you in part by Jaeger, we waste nothing, not even the black Twizzlers that fall on the ground of the Twizzler factory. Jaeger. So, and 'tis the season. We're also brought to you in part by Pumpkin Spice. Pumpkin Spice, the antidote to actual success. And then let's see. And then we're also brought to you in part by the Chiefs. The Chiefs. We are saddened to hear about the recent passing of the Chiefs head coach, Wilford Brimley. Our thoughts go out to the team members. The Chiefs. Yeah. So there you go. Anyway. So that's us. And yesterday, you may or may not know, there was some NCAA football. The University of Oklahoma, I'm not going to lie, went on the road to Fort Worth to play the TCU Horned Frogs, and I was scared out of my mind. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know what to expect from the University of Oklahoma, man. I'm not going to lie. Some of the pregame, they're talking about TCU did not have that great of an offensive line, that OU, who did a great job at the Texas game, getting in the backfield, should have a decent day again with TCU. I'm not a believer yet. A little bit skeptical after watching so far this year. But typically when you have a young team like that, they are going to begin to gel. They are going to begin to get better and better, of course. You would hope so anyway, if they've got decent coaching. And so it got off to a little bit of a slow start yesterday. Yesterday it was like 17-7 at halftime, but OU does finish out winning 33-14. So at this point, I'm not looking for impressive or good-looking wins. I'm just looking for wins right now as an OU fan. Now, I'm not the typical OU fan. I'll put that out there. There are some crazy ones. I think. Look, fan is short for fanatics, so I think a lot of fan bases have people like that, some more than others. But OU crazy fans can get really crazy, and I try to look at it a little bit more objective. I'm just happy we won. I know TCU is not the pinnacle this year of I was going to say the Big 12, but football, period. But it's a good win. Way to go, OU. The better game, more interesting game, Oklahoma State. They take on Iowa State in Stillwater. Both teams ranked, even with Iowa State losing to the University of Louisiana, first game of the season. And that one comes down to the wire. That was a very close football game. Oklahoma State wins 24-21, and they stay undefeated. And they're the only team right now making the Big 12 look relevant right now. So I'm happy for them. Good for them.
Though. It's a sad day.
Right. Good for them. Thank you. So that's the bad part. Usually I'm able to pose a little behind the scenes. I'll pose a question to Drunk Tim or Stephen Mann and be like, so what do you think about this? And they'll go to take a drink from the beer. I don't get that option today. Like, I've got to somehow magically keep talking. You know, maybe I pull out like a sock puppet or something and just kind of drink to the side. But I'm still going to drink the beer, people. So
got it.
I've got it, you know. But Big Ten started playing football again starting yesterday. which is good. I feel like you need all the conferences, all the teams to be playing just to make this. Otherwise, there's asterisks. You know what's going on with this season. So the Big Ten got involved, and now, of course, they just like all the other teams when they all first started, they did not look sharp, but they started off. Of course, they're only playing in their conference. Ohio State comes out and plays Nebraska, and that started off being a real close, ugly-looking game, and then Ohio State finally showed they have way more talent than Nebraska does and just stomp on them, basically. And the primetime game last night was also a Big Ten matchup. It was University of Michigan on the road against Minnesota. If you remember last year, Minnesota just came out of nowhere and had a great season. A lot of people were talking about the coach there, maybe moving on to a bigger program because he's doing such a good job. But opening game of the season in Minnesota, Michigan actually goes on the road and wins 49-24. So Michigan coming out with some good talent and gets a big win on the road. So good for them, and then other NCAA scores and highlights from yesterday. It was kind of a lull. There was only a couple of upsets. Not any big-time matchups. I think last week was really the big one, it seemed like. But like Alabama goes on the road and destroys Tennessee 48-17. Notre Dame stays undefeated and relevant. They win 20-9. Some of these are so freaking. They put the logos.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of an ugly game. But yeah, they win 20-9, and then let's see. Oh, and Friday night was the opener, I guess, for the Big Ten. Wisconsin had beat the Illini, Illinois, 45-7. That's kind of a whooping right there. Let's see, Clemson, of course, they're undefeated. Probably the team that's going to the national championship to face Alabama. They beat up on NC State 47-21. And North Carolina, who lost last week, but they're still ranked 14th, they win 48-21 over what is, I'm thinking, oh God, is that Wake Forest? Why don't they list the names? They got this in like this tiny, and I'm blind now. So Kansas State in Big 12 play, they beat Kansas, the lowly Stephen Man, Kansas Jayhawks, the Manhawks, basically. But they beat up on them 55-14 yesterday. And some of these are just not significant at all. Let's see. No. I pronounced the wrong game, 20-9. That was the wrong game. It's because of these damn logos. That was Mississippi State. Fuck. Let me click on that shit. No, that was Marshall. You know Marshall's ranked?
That's crazy.
That's out of nowhere. I haven't been paying attention, apparently. Marshall's ranked 22nd. They're 5-0. They're the ones who won 20-9 over Florida Atlantic. But Notre Dame beat Pitt on the road. They won 45-3. Wow. So they beat that ass yesterday. And then, other games really not significant. Not even going to bring those up. So, F that. So, there's that. And then, let's see. Next week. Is there a big game next week? It was, let's see, what week are we in? That was week 8, week 9. So week 9 coming up is Michigan State, Michigan. Michigan State always loves to play spoiler to Michigan. Texas, who did win yesterday. Texas goes to Stillwater and faces Oklahoma State.
That's a good game.
In Stillwater. That's going to be very, very interesting. And
Who did Texas beat?
They beat, I want to say, Baylor yesterday. So Baylor had like 20 players out from COVID, but yeah, they won the game. And then let's see, Alabama faces the Fighting Mike Leach's Mississippi State next week, but they're in Alabama. That's probably going to be a blowout. But yeah, not a lot of big games. Penn State, Penn State's always been relevant here lately. They lost yesterday. I can't remember who they lost to, but they do face Ohio State next week. That'll be a big Big Ten matchup next week. So So anyway, so today we got NFL football going on. I don't know if you saw my video from previous, but there is a noon Central game. Steelers, undefeated Steelers, are facing off with Titans are favored by 1.5 at home in Nashville. And you'll have to see who I picked. And Drunk Tim must have done something bad. The fire department is going after him right now. It took 2 trucks. That's how bad it is. So we'll see what happened there.
He is just down the road, isn't he?
He is just down the road at the lab. I mean, at the something. Anyway. All right. Have we been keeping time?
25 minutes.
25. Interesting. All right. Well, then that tells me, before I get into the NFL, that I need to get to our main sponsor, because we are brought to you in part by diggingthroughthetrashforfood.com. Diggingthroughthetrashforfood.com. If you haven't heard of them, you get to hear about them today. Revolutionary. Look, diggingthroughthetrashforfood.com. Are you tired of wasting perfectly good money for groceries? Sick of Walmart's strict dress code? Worried about catching COVID-19 in Walmart or your other grocery store? Then do we have a solution for you? Our app connects a network of people and allows them to mark when and where food is being thrown away at restaurants and businesses. This gives you access to the freshest of leftovers. Here's just a few comments from our subscribers. Phil from Sacramento says, "Who the heck needs to pay for food? I get perfectly good steaks right in the trash. They're a little brown, but everyone knows they add a coloring to give steaks that pinkish red color anyway. Plus, I ain't died not even once yet." Joan from Cleveland says, "The app is so user-friendly. Sometimes we get notifications from the greatest restaurants like P.F. Chang's, Carrabba's Italian Grill, or even the Olive Garden. My husband sometimes turns to me and says, 'Honey, dinner's on me tonight.' We laugh and laugh because usually I cook, and this is the only way the cheap bastard will chip in." Greg from Detroit says, "I don't have a home. I guess one could say that I'm technically homeless. But I like to think of the makeshift tent on the side of an abandoned building as a home. But this app gives me access to free food. A lot of people may not realize it, but homeless people value free food. It's really a staple in homeless culture. Also, methamphetamines and mouthwash." And so many more great comments from our subscribers. Download the app today to receive a free trial without advertisements and without random pop-ups of our founders' testicles. Diggingthroughthetrashforfood.com. One restaurant's trash is our business. Diggingthroughthetrashforfood.com.
Steaks aged to perfection.
Steaks. We all know they put that coloring in there to get that. We all know that. So, anyways. So, NFL football, I mentioned the Steelers and Titans game. Gave a pick on the previous video, so not going to give it again. Nanner. But there was a deal signed this week. There was some speculation that Antonio Brown may go to a couple of different teams, and some of it didn't make sense. So, I mean, one of it was like the Seattle Seahawks. That was the big talking point. You know, with a veteran quarterback like Russell Wilson, would that work? Could he keep Antonio Brown in check? But instead, not so fast. He signs with a different team. He signs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a 1-year deal, decides he's going to go on and play with Tom Brady. Remember the Patriots tried to bring him on when Brady was there, and Brady was pissed when that fell through. I guess he came on, and then whatever the logistics were there. But Brady was pissed about that. He really wanted Antonio Brown there. Amazingly enough, as much of a head case as he looks like, it's kind of crazy to
Brady
think
just
that
wants to fucking win.
he's about the football playing, the winning, I guess. But yeah, but AB, and then he now has officially signed at 1 year, $2.5 million for the season. Think about that. All that talent, only $2.5 million. Buccaneers get a fucking bargain. And think about the weapons right now the Buccaneers have at the receiving corps with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. And I mean, they've got OJ Howard at tight end. I mean, even Gronkowski, you throw the ball to every now and then. He's not what he was, but he's still relevant. You know, you got to guard him.
Yep.
He could still do something. So what do you think about that? Just kidding. That might be my running joke. So Buccaneers, who are already looking really good, had a great win last week, are only trying to get better, getting more weapons. They're really going to be vying for that division against the Saints right now, who Drew Brees still does not look like he can throw the ball past 5 yards. So, and Tom Brady again.
The legendary Drew Brees.
The legendary. Here, just do something with this. Almost like hot potato. He's playing hot potato, basically.
Shovel pass.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, NFL news. Or the way I set it up is the entire NFC East trying to tank. All 4 teams have a negative record. Thursday night, somebody had to win. The New York Giants faced off with the Philadelphia Eagles in just an absolutely ugly game. Really shitty game. Somebody had to win. Finally, the Eagles win this football game. And it's not, and even the reason they win is because of the ugliness of the Giants. Like, there's the meme. If you haven't seen the meme yet, and I'm shocked because it means if you follow sports and football, it means you're under a rock. But Daniel Jones breaks away. They do a fantastic play, breaks away from the defenses all by himself, trips over himself before he's obviously about to go into the end zone, trips over himself, and is down right there. They're not able to get the touchdown, which of course would have been the difference of the game this year. And that's after
they didn't end up scoring on that drive.
They scored a field goal on that drive instead of the touchdown. It was an open touchdown. He had it.
Yeah.
And so
that's how bad you're tanking. You just fall down.
Yes. That's how bad you're. Oh, there is a woman throwing up in the parking lot right now. Oh my God. Seriously, it was the lady that was hugging when they went in. She's got the back door open to her Cadillac, and she's got a napkin, and she has just twice vomited. She's now got the.
Do we want to get that on video?
No, we will not film her vomiting. But she's now kicked her leg up. She's not. Oh, there's round 3. She goes a third time. Something ain't right. Is somebody even acknowledging her? We're not. I mean, we are, but from within side. All right, she's now gone closer to the street where the grass is. Maybe the thought process, the puke will now go on the grass instead of the concrete. She's still got the napkin over her face. She's struggling.
The play-by-play.
She might need some Pepto. All right. She just gave fingers. Somebody's talking to her. So there's somebody out there that's staying full distance, not helping, just talking to her right now. She's dabbing a little bit on the mouth.
You're doing the play-by-play. It seems like I should have some statistics or something.
She's covering the nose. I think she's trying to make sure she's trying to balance out, okay, she's waving off to the guy who did not help her at all. He's driving off in a creeper minivan, one of those old Astro vans. A pedo van. He's in okay, now what's she doing? She's walking around the backside of the car, going to the passenger side. She's on her own. She's opened the passenger side door. She's now placing her purse on the passenger side. The puking may be over. She did just reach for some more napkins. It might not be over. She's now hunched over in yoga pants, and she's not young. Now she's got 3 out of 4 doors open. Something just fell out of the car when she opened that door. And all right, I'll keep you updated if she pukes again. There's been a total of 3 pukes so far.
Ethan Rudnicki says she needs to take that L
She
on her own.
Well, she just did. That dude drove off. Like, bare minimum, I guess he pulled the "Are you okay?" and then drove off. Like, he did the bare minimum. And I believe it was the guy she went into the restaurant with. Separate vehicles.
Oh.
So was that their date?
Maybe.
That's a shitty way to end a date. You think they'll get a second date?
Grandmatch.com date.
Oh, she's now taking this new napkin and trying to clean up, throw up number 1. Why bother? What are you doing? Okay, now she's getting in the car. I think she's feeling better enough to get behind the wheel of the car, although the door is still wide open. Okay, all right. I think that's probably going to be it there. I think she's going to, if again, something happens, I'll let you know. But craziness out here.
Always something.
That's right. Always something happening right here outside the On the Border studio. So
probably alcohol related this time.
They weren't even in there long, I don't know. I mean, certainly, and it wasn't, it couldn't be food. It takes a long time. It takes a long time before food poisoning hits. So it couldn't be that. Not from here. Not the On the Border studios, okay? But maybe the cold mixed in. Maybe she just wasn't feeling well already. She was going to power through this date no matter what. So that's what you get. Okay, they just drove by. He threw his trash right out into the parking lot. That just happened. Looks like a McDonald's wrapper with some of the food still in it. Wow. We just have things happening in this damn parking lot right now. People are just acting out on a Sunday right now. Damn. So anyway, Steelers up 7-0, by the way, on the Titans. And then let's see. We mentioned, and the other prediction was tonight's game. The Sunday night game is the Seattle Seahawks are on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray. Seahawks are undefeated, and the Cardinals are 4-2. So it's a very intriguing Sunday night game. We'll see how that goes. And hey, very good. So,
a question from a viewer.
What we got?
Ethan Rudnicki says, "What did you think of your son's music? What is that in reference to?"
Are we talking about the most recent music, or are we talking about? I'm not real sure specifically on what music. Or are we talking about the most recent thing that he put out?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that out there. I'm not sure.
Is he musical?
Ethan?
Yeah.
Or he may. I have a feeling he's talking about Patrick. So, but I don't know if he had put out a latest thing.
The recent stuff Sean and Ethan are doing.
Oh, I have not seen that. Are y'all, because they were incorporating, I know that Sean was looking to incorporate somebody to do rap, and Ethan actually has some skills in that department. So is it that kind of collaboration? Let me know. If not, I've not seen it. I need to know where to find it, get the link, and I will. So that'd be pretty awesome. Of course.
Drop that link right here.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Any other stories? We've got. There have been talks. The Falcons are just talking about blowing it up. Falcons are 1-5 right now. They're shit. They're talking about just blowing up, trading Matt Ryan, trading Julio Jones, just starting from scratch. So that's a team that's really looking into really tanking. The NFC East is fake tanking or whatever. They just suck. But the Falcons are looking to probably export all of their high dollar guys and get the hell out of Dodge and start from scratch. So It obviously is not working. They haven't been good since the ultimate Super Bowl loss of all time, being up 28-3.
That does hurt your psyche a bit.
Yeah, I think it would. You feel like you've got this. You're about to have your Super Bowl win. You always go for, and then you just completely blow it. I mean, epically blow it. That's what they did. So, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. So we got some good games on today. I've got my predictions of those two games that you can see on a separate YouTube video. In case you're wondering if you're keeping up, if you care, but I've been right way more than I've been wrong. So check it out. There you go. Let's see. Let me get out of this. I need to let you know that we are Idiots Talk Sports, and we are brought to you in part by Jaeger. Jaeger is all about having fun with friends. Don't drink alone. Have some friends over. Invite a large man with a turban to squeeze your mouth open while another guy pours Jaeger in your mouth out of the mouth spout of an actual skull. Good times. At the recommendation of a little Chinese boy, spit the Jaeger out onto the face of the big turban guy until another evil little kid stabs a voodoo doll of you into submission. YOLO. Maybe you and the Chinese kid get whipped a little? Yeah? Fun. Lay on a slab of stone surrounded by candles until the black sleep of the Kali Ma makes you chuckle like a little schoolboy. Jaeger. That was a really long commercial from Jaeger.
They pay the big bucks.
They really do. They were the original sponsor, honestly, and they're really going out of their way. Wow. All right. And then the other sponsor today, we've got Pumpkin Spice. We're brought to you in part by Pumpkin Spice. And I just need to do this in a President Trump voice, apparently. A lot of people are saying there's no pumpkin in pumpkin spice. They're asking me to release the recipe, but there's, and everyone loves pumpkin. A lot of people are actually, in fact, saying that they are worth worshiping, and that in some countries, a lot of great countries, that they have great things to say, a lot of really great things in pumpkin spice. So we're maybe the most successful spice in the world, but right now we're under audit. It's a routine audit, and it's an audit. And I'd love to provide the ingredients for pumpkin spice in a really bigly way, but I can't while I'm under this audit. Pumpkin spice. You just feel like you're just reading. Okay. And we're also brought to you in part by the Chiefs. The Chiefs, like the great city where they are based, we really aren't 100% sure what the hell is going on here. Are we on the crappy side of Kansas City or the good side? Hell, who cares? We are crap anyway. Chiefs. That will probably get me unfriended by a couple of people. Let's see. I didn't write that. That is. Let's see. What we got?
Blair Smith, one of them?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Blair Smith to be like, okay. Oh, okay. He sent me the link on here. So there you go. Oh, now let's talk Borat. It's time to talk Borat.
Very nice.
Very nice. I like you. How much? Now, if you have not gotten the opportunity to see the new Borat movie on Amazon Prime, Borat 2, the makings and things of the title, one of the funny parts is the title actually changes like 3 times in the movie because the mission changes. So if you haven't seen it, we're going to spoil it for you now. So, well, I can't say stop watching. Please keep watching. But Great movie. It's on Amazon Prime. Like I said, about an hour and a half long. It's totally worth it. Is it as good as the first one? No, definitely not. How are you going to beat that? How are you going to beat that? That was amazing.
Classic.
Yeah. But I do have some notes. There were some great things from the movie. I love the fact that, basically he's brought great shame to Kazakhstan. And so he's trying to make things right with the government.
Yeah, he's been in the gulag.
So he's going to bring a gift to Vice President Pence.
Notorious ladies man.
Notorious. What would they say? They call them. Very popular with the Pussycats, right? So he's going to bring their number one star, their number one action or whatever star, Johnny the Monkey, to the United States to give as a gift, basically their national treasure, Johnny the Monkey, to Vice President Pence. And of course, his daughter, his quote daughter, 15-year-old daughter, sneaks into the crate with Johnny the Monkey is in, and eats Johnny the Monkey. Because you got hungry. I mean, it's a long. You'll see. It's a long travel. It's a trip. It's a trip across the world. Anyway, and I love the quote when he has to call when he's got to get back to the government and let them know. Could you tell him he not as alive as he used to be? Mm-hmm. Talking about Johnny the Monkey because his daughter ate him. Oh my God. And then I won't go over every scene, but like there's the father-daughter dance, which is fantastic because now that Johnny the Monkey's dead, he's got to figure out another gift in order to stay alive or Kazakhstan's government's going to kill him. He's got to give a gift to Pence. So his 15-year-old daughter seems like the most appropriate, who's really old for not being married in Kazakhstan, according to the movie. So he feels like he's going to give away his daughter to Vice President Pence, and they get her all dolled up, and they go to this debutante ball, and it's the father-daughter dance, and they decide to freestyle. And by freestyle, I mean she's not wearing the fertility dance where she's not wearing panties. And and the reactions of the people when her dress gets flipped up and there's so much hair, right? You never get this. You never get this. I don't know. I love it. And then seeing the reactions of the people, guys and girls, of like, oh, well, there's that. Mm-hmm. Damn. So, so we get to see that, and then there's so many different things. There's what do you say? Where when they're shopping for her for the clothes, is like, where's the no means what the
no means yes
the no means yes section. Oh, which is fantastic. And then the people that they have help and get involved and just stick with it, it's just genius. They're just like, they're going to stick through it. They're not, they're not losing their minds or losing character or anything. They're just, okay, we're going to help this really weird dude, no matter what, and get through this. Love it.
Wants to kill some gypsies.
Oh, and then you remember the spot, there's at the same ball, he asked the old guy who's next to the younger girl that's actually there that for that reason or whatever, and he asked her, how much do you think my daughter worth?
He's like $500.
And then the girl leans over and she's like, that's fucking gross. She's hearing all of it, and because it's just prevalent. Anyway, whatever. And then at one point he calls Mike Pence the Vice Pussy Grabber, which is interesting title. And And then they're wanting to get her a breast enhancement so that she can have ample cheese producing capacity. That's what he says in the movie. Fantastic. And then the guy, in order to make the extra money so they can pay for the breast implants, he goes to be the barber, and the guy's letting him cut his hair with the shears, like the
garden shears.
Right. It's just amazing that they're able to get people to go along or to do a lot of these things. It's just that's where I love the humor with it, is kind of the messing with people, and people are just kind of still interacting and doing the thing as normal. And so I don't know, it's great. And then there was the whole comment from the daughter of, my daddy is the smartest man in the whole flat world.
Yeah.
Oh,
no challenge, no question.
That's right. Oh man. Yeah. Anyways, but it's highly political. It's it's definitely leaning. It is definitely leaning to the left and just marinated in all of that. But I know we were talking earlier, but I can set that aside and look at it from a comedic standpoint and just see the comedy in it and not forget the politics, forget all the other stuff. I could just see the humor, the fun, and all that goes into it. So anyway, I like the movie a lot. Definitely not as great as the first one. And there's the obvious. The big news that's coming out of the movie is this whole with Rudy Giuliani. Basically the tuck rule. It's basically the tuck rule, Tuckgate, if you will. Tuckgate. The daughter poses as a journalist to go interview Rudy Giuliani in a hotel room, and there's some flirting back and forth. She's kind of leading, of course. She's touching him a couple of times on the knee, giving him great compliments, making jokes, gives him this book, said this is from our country. And of course, it's suggestive. It's got like the vagina with teeth and stuff. And he's looking at it kind of weird, but like trying to be nice, like I'll accept it as a gift. But at the same time, it's still suggestive, that she's just handed to him. And then at a certain point, invites him back to the bedroom to take the microphones off. Now, yeah, so they go back, and she's helping him with the whole kind of initial untucking to get the microphone out. And she goes to put it on the dresser, and when she's doing that, he goes to lean. If you haven't seen, I'll detail it, I guess, but a lot of people, I'm sure, have seen it by now. But he goes to lay back on the bed, and remember, the shirt was slightly untucked because of the microphone deal, but he's got his hand down his pants, and it looks awful. There's camera angles and whatever. And right at that time, when the hand is down the pants, Borat, who's now dressed in this just ridiculous garb, like, no, have me instead. She only 15. She too old for you. That type of deal.
My back pussy very tight.
It's just like, oh my God. Giuliani's, of course, freaking out, just like, what is going on? I don't understand this. What's happening? And of course, leaves. And then they run off victorious. So some of the commentary is like, oh, how dare he? That girl was 15. Look, her character was 15. Let's be real. First of all, her character was 15, and she was never announced as 15 while she was the posing journalist in this Giuliani. I don't want to totally defend Giuliani. I'm not saying he's in the right here, but let's not pretend that he's like, I know they try to put him in the pedophile cage with like all of Epstein's friends. And I'm not even saying he's not. I don't know. I can honestly say I don't know. But off of the information I have there, that's not what happened. I just think it was just
it's a good setup.
Dirty old man who found this girl attractive. She was very suggestive and very leading, and invited him to a bedroom. And even, come on. All right.
To quote Joe Biden.
Right.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Now, again, not saying it's right, but I'm saying it's way better than suggesting, oh, well, he's a pedophile or he's, or that he was leading her in for rape or whatever. Like she was leading the entire time. And then they pop in at the right moment, of course. And then the dramatics about it is
great setup.
We were worried that if she was there any longer, that he would, it's like, just no, that's what's being said.
Really?
Yes, by the actor, by both actors. Yeah, the interview with Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, come on now.
And even the interviewer would ask her, were you kind of in fear for your life? And it's just like, okay, we're being a little dramatic here. All right, like, like she knew what she was getting into and what she was doing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm going slow.
I saw that.
I'm so sorry. I want to apologize right now.
We've talked about the logistical problems, why he's going slow.
That's true. I'm doing all the talking.
Doing all the work for 4 people.
Well, just the talking. I don't know about work. I could do this all day. So,
and we will.
And we will. We're here. This will be a marathon. We'll be here till tomorrow. You didn't know that.
We close at 11, so you just got to pull out a blanket and sleep on the table, I guess.
There's some Mexican blankets back there.
Yes.
There you go.
That covered my.
Let's cover your machine.
That covered my machine. Make it warm. So.
I'll tell Ricky to bring me an extra blanket when he comes in.
Thank you. Thank you. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's only been out for, what is this, day 3? It came out Friday on Amazon Prime, Borat. I get it that it's not everybody's type of sense of humor. I appreciate the details. Like I said, comically, I appreciate things like Sacha Baron Cohen being able to stay in character no matter what, through any circumstances.
And to improvise all the different.
Because remember, they can edit at any time. They can edit out whatever goes wrong, and yet he still is committed to the character so much. And by the way, kudos to this actress that plays the daughter as well. Same thing. There was reports that she stayed in character even after the movie had cut. And there's things that have come out on Twitter where she was able to infiltrate the White House as a reporter. And then
Don Jr.?
Huh?
She met Don Jr.?
I believe so. Yeah. She was also in the room with the other reporters that were going to question Trump. Nobody's wearing a mask. That's the post, of course. But they twist it into a way of, oh, mighty Trump, not afraid of COVID and this and that, But anyway, so she was even able to infiltrate that, which of course you're like, okay, wow, how tight is the security?
I know, for real.
So, how tight is the security at the White House, man? Like, just let any journalist in? I mean, if
She could have been an assassin.
If so, I want to get myself a journalist badge and go to some places and have some fun.
No offense, but you don't look like her.
I do not look like her. That is.
I think that might have been part of the.
It helps. You think it helps?
I think it helps.
It does. But anyway, so without sounding too creepy myself, but it does help.
I haven't seen any interviews with her. How is her accent in real life? Because I know she's from
Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Yeah, she's a Bulgarian actress. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder, does she sound like she sounded in the movie every day?
No, she still does have an accent, but it's not the same. She does a great job of being that character, kind of like Sacha Baron Cohen. You wouldn't know that he's British. I mean,
you hear him talking,
right? When he talks, he's very sophisticated, And after you've seen like a full Borat movie, you're like, is this the same guy? Mm-hmm. Really? This is crazy.
And then he does the Ali G guy.
Yeah, he did the Ali G.
Great character.
He really does. So go anyway. That's my promo. Go see it. Go see him. Yeah. Just what up, Vanilla Face, and go see the. Go see
a real chocolate face.
Yeah, go home, see the movie. They're going to try to get you to vote for the left side. So just, they do it. Like at the end, even it was just like, go vote. You should go vote. It's coming up less than 2 weeks now. Mm-hmm. So that's coming up. But Borat, that's still one of my favorite characters of all time. And I love it. So let's see, one more sponsor, and then we've got to talk World Series game last night and how crazy the hell that was.
Let's hit the 1 hour mark.
We're at the 1 hour mark, so we're close to being done. We are the Idiots Talk Sports, and we are brought to you in part by Jaeger. Forgive me for this, but we're brought to you in part by Jaeger. Maro, swar, go, chamdi, nicho, pilo, kun. Jaeger. So there you go. And we are also brought to you in part by Pumpkin Spice. No, we're not. We ran out of pumpkin spice sponsorships there. We are brought to you in part by the Chiefs. The Chiefs. If you need to keep a Chiefs fan from coming to your house, decorate your front yard like an end zone. You know what's funny
These are
is
supposed to be
like
Cowboys jokes, not Chiefs.
these should be Cowboys
It's
jokes.
just-
Like it doesn't even make sense for the Chiefs,
No, it doesn't.
honestly.
No, it doesn't.
So now this one.
Almost like they were written by someone that doesn't know anything about football.
Was this written by someone who doesn't know much about football? Now this one goes a little better. We are brought to you in part by the Chiefs. The Chiefs. Some people are still worried about the political correctness and insensitivity to the Native American. Yet nobody seems to give a damn that the Raider logo makes absolutely no sense. What the hell is going on there? Is he a pirate? What the hell is going on? Are those swords stabbing his head? Is he wearing an old-timey football helmet? What kind of fucked up Raider is this guy? Chiefs.
Alrighty.
And brought to you in part by Netflix. Netflix, hey, did you see that great new show that distracted everyone from a truly productive and meaningful life? Of course you did. We're all going to hell. All right.
Same could be said about the Amazon Prime thing with Borat now.
Right. Yeah, pretty much any streaming service now. Let's see. So now we were talking earlier about that music clip, the collaboration.
World premiere.
Have not even, I'm just throwing it out there. Don't have no clue what we're about to hear here. If it's monkeys and elephants having sex, then I'm going. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let me get the sound on for the microphone and.
Rest in peace to my enemies. I hope y'all stay for dreams. Catch a piece at the Hennessy. I only play for keeps. Basically, I'm that motherfucker that you pay to keep on wading deep. And that bullshit you come up for air to breathe. I done made this with a bop so the bitches gon' know what to do with their head. I come from a city where people who ain't even meet me critique me on shit that I said. Now why don't you stay on my mentions? I heard you a soldier, do righteous superior, told you and stand at attention. You ain't gon' learn from your lessons, but that ain't gon' keep me from reaching a state of aggression. I put my foot through the door even though they were trying to close it and leave you to rot. I went from being the kid that was nervous in public to being the one at the top. I used to write all my problems on paper in hopes that I learn from the fights that I fought. Now I make songs, see how that goes? Good shit I have it, just change if it goes. I might just roll in the town with my fist up. Tell you go fuck with my dogs, we gon' sick them. I've been just moving so differently in the diet. They swear they got that I'm a bishop. Yelling fuck you with the system. Same one that shoot you regardless of if you resist them. Grow as a pack and we move as a team. To all our enemies, rest in peace. To my enemies, I hope y'all stay for dreams. Catch a piece at the Hennessy. I only play for keeps. Basically, I'm that motherfucker that you pay to keep on wading deep. And that bullshit you come up for air to breathe. Rest in peace to my enemies. I hope y'all stay for dreams. Catch a piece at the Hennessy. I only play for keeps. Basically, I'm that motherfucker that you pay to keep on wading deep. And that bullshit you come up for air to breathe. The mud boy, snake in your mouth boy, dirty mouth in and out boy, kill all the proud boys, burn on the house boy, rip you off of the highways, bitch you ain't a cow. Followed by a loud noise and a flashlight. With the scene take off, play appetite. My crew here play hard because he had to fight. My crew here play God in the afterlife. My words way Rick Ross when I pass the pipe. Roll the clip, take off in the dead of night. Tell me how much you pay to sleep well at night. Forced to try for hate, you can't satisfy. To our present minds that has to die. Pointless hate thrives in its simple minds. Spread the hate and the hate. Colorblind will all hunt them down until they get it. Races got no pot to piss in. There's a future I envision. That is all about forgiveness. No need to hunt down the hateful. Pull up in a whip that paid for. That's the money from slave owners till the version are paid for it. Igniting a race war. So where does your hate stem from? Got big troglodytic syndrome. Better keep them guns on your hips. Real ones never care get some. KKK in the first day one. Put them in bags for the ass been scum. Put them in bags for the ass been scum. Never wear a mask with the ass can't agree, but they never give a fuck. Say to my enemies, I hope y'all stand for drinks. Catch your peace.
Yeah.
And it's the only plan for kids. Basically,
Who's
I'm
rapping?
the motherfucker that you pay to
Both
keep
of
on
them.
way to deep. And that bullshit to come up for air to breathe.
That's your son
Rest in
rapping?
peace to my
What?
enemies, I hope y'all stand for drinks.
Yes.
Catch your peace.
That's good.
And it's the only plan for kids. Basically, I'm that motherfucker that you pay to keep on way to deep. And that bullshit to come up for air to breathe.
There you
Got
go.
to see if it's got a good beat.
There you
The
go.
speakers don't have no bass, so I don't know. I got to hear with some bass.
You got to hear with some bass.
Good though, yeah.
Some good rapping
it.
though,
I
man.
like it,
Like
yeah.
just bam,
Flow.
just spitting the lyrics out. Boom.
Way better than a lot of the shit I've been hearing lately.
There you go. So great job. You're watching. Obviously, you're watching. You're asking to have it on. Put you guys' names out there. Put the name of the song, the track. Put it on here, and
Yeah.
we can get out there. But that was really good. You know, man.
Put it in there, yeah. I'd like to hear it.
I know. You didn't even know. You didn't even realize it was them rapping.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Good,
because
good flow.
yeah, because you can tell Patrick comes in later. You know, that was very good. Very good. So there you go. We just put that out there for the world. So all 15. No. But yeah, so there you go. That's awesome.
Premiering music on the show.
Heck yeah, man. We put it all out there. You know, we talk about sports, we talk about pop culture, we do it all. So that's awesome. And then I meant, yeah, real quick, just with the connection of the Borat thing. And then there was the mention in the song on the KKK thing. I just thought that was hilarious that he comes into
The RNC or whatever.
he comes into the convention as dressed up in full KKK garb.
And gets to the bathroom, wasn't stopped.
He gets to the bathroom. Now he's hustling a little bit.
But still,
Again, it's
you'd think
logistics.
it would look bad, like somebody would tackle
Yeah,
that.
it's logistics and time. Like it's things like that I appreciate because you can't always just get away with that shit. That takes a lot of meticulous planning and things to be able to make stuff like that happen. Not only that, but then to go into the restroom, change makeup, and not into just some quick Party City, quick Donald Trump suit. That took makeup.
It looked good.
It took makeup and stuff. That actually took some work. I mean, that took a crew plus the obviously it took the camera crew. That took a group of people to make that happen live. While I just appreciate all of the details of that to even make that quick little thing happen. Both the KKK thing where he walks in as a Klan member. What did he say? Stephen Miller or something like that was the name of the dude.
Yeah.
But then of course he carries the daughter and is like calling out Pence as
Yeah.
Trump and stuff. And
Penis.
right. But yeah, the whole thing, like all that, you only get one shot at that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the convention. You know, there's not multiple conventions that you could just go try that out at. Like you get one shot at that thing. So that takes all sorts of crazy planning to make that work. And I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So just like I appreciate the fact that the Dodgers choked another World Series game last night. Real quick, Dodgers up by 1, bottom of the 9th. Rays are able to get 2 men on, and what you see what happened is 2 outs. 2 outs, very nice. He hits
2 outs.
He hits the ball into right center field. The center fielder, forget his name, botches the field of it. The ball kind of goes off a bit, which allows the run to come into tie. He still goes after it to kind of throw it in. So this is even like you think that part's crazy, like some shitty fielding, but then he goes to throw it in, and I had to turn the sound on to figure out what had happened on the play, because it looked like the runner had actually faked out the catcher, like he went the other way, the catcher went that away, and then he went and slid, but that's not what happened. The ball comes flying in and bounces off the glove. He bungles that shit. So you have the outfielder that screws up the fielding moment out there. Then the catcher screws up the fielding moment, which allows him, the base runner, who had already kind of gone back a bit, like, oh crap, slide and win the game in one of the craziest endings you'll ever see in baseball. So fantastic finish. Like I said, hopefully. The only person I'm wishing that is not watching this episode is the Ho Whisperer, because I know that's got to be a kick in the gut. They were looking at going up 3-1 in this series. Now it's tied 2 apiece. It's now a 3-game series. The Rays are proving they're not going anywhere. And the Dodgers, who have a propensity, shall I say, of choking in things like this, it's not looking good. Obviously, they would much rather be up 3-1 than tied 2-2 with their history. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. It's an interesting World Series, at least. They have actually allowed some fans out there. Last week I said that the fans were not there, but that was actually not accurate. They did have some fans out there. I don't know the capacity, but they did have some fans. So misspoke on that. And let's see, we typically try to end the show on a happy ending. The problem with that today is we're not able to put up a photo of a happy ending, are we not?
Put it on your...
Unless, you're right, we could do it like that, actually. But we are the Idiots Talk Sports. We are streaming right now on YouTube. We're going to be moving over to some actual podcast platforms. But for now, we're on YouTube. And we are glad that you've been watching and hope that you watch in the future. We're going to have different videos, things. We'll have game predictions. We'll have some other little side things going on. So be looking out for that. So in order to be notified of that, you want to subscribe to the channel. And just like I had to check earlier, I got the notification that my goofy looking ass was on screen. And so bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. Do I give? Let's see. So for our happy ending photo, we.
No, that's not happening.
Oh, hang on. Oh, she was. They say dress for the part that, or dress for the
job that you want, not the one that you have.
Not the one that you have. I don't know. Could you see that on the YouTube
you
world?
can see that.
Okay. All right. That's not the happy ending photo. Don't hate me. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, that's a messed up photo, man. Don't ever. Let's see, where do we have? Oh, there she is.
There she
is. And this isn't the optimal way to show it, but this is the way we've got this week.
I will find a way.
So we, again, want to thank you all for watching the Idiots Talk Sports. Hopefully next week I've got people to talk to and we can banter and have all sorts of fun. We're going to keep growing this thing. Until next time, you all have a great week, and you all hopefully have a happy ending as well. Thanks again.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice. That girl.